All right, welcome back to a new video, guys. Today I am super excited. We're gonna go check out the brand new stadium built for Inter Miami. That is the new stadium. That's the name of it, NU Stadium at Miami Freedom Park. We're gonna take public transit together because I heard parking is a nightmare, it's expensive, and this is just the best way to get there. So we're starting now at the Tri-Rail station. So right now we are walking to the train platform. Still have to buy my ticket. It's only $5 on the weekends, and most matches are on the weekend. I just show you guys that it actually is just $5. So it is $5. I think it's $5.05. You just buy it on the app. They do charge a $2 fee for the card. All right, and we got our card. The cool thing about riding public transit, at least for the time being, is that you can go to the concession stands and get $10 off of drinks and food just for being a public transit rider. That is how much they're encouraging people to ride a train or a public bus versus driving yourself there, because I don't think the infrastructure is there to support such a large amount of people. And here comes the train. You see all the people heading to the game, waiting on the platform. We're about to get on. Let's see how busy the train is. This shit looks busy. How busy the train was. Just arrived to the Miami Airport station. A lot of people on here are heading to the game, as you guys can see by all of the pink and the jerseys, different kinds of gear they're wearing, and everyone's just heading in the same direction towards well, actually it's very interesting. We're going to see how we get to the stadium from here, because I can actually see it from the platform. You can see the top of it right over there, but there is a route that you do have to take to get there. That was like a 20-minute ride from where we first started, and now we're doing the walk, and I'm very curious to see how long it's going to take us to get there. So let me see. It is now 6:19 p.m. We're still by the Tri-Rail platform, and we're going to walk all the way to the stadium and see how long it takes us. Thank you. So like I said, for riding public transit, you're rewarded with $10 off at the concessions over at New Stadium. So this is the intermodal center. You got the rental car center, you've got Metro bus connections. The 150 specifically from Miami Beach comes all the way over here. You got the Metro rail connection and Tri-Rail. So plenty of public transportation options to get you to and from these games. This is a really great location. Look at how many people are departing this transit hub to get to the stadium. It is so cool to see people taking public transit. We're also going to check out the parking garage because I'm very curious to see how the parking situation is. I'm going to show you guys as much as I can, but we do have some signage. All right, we're crossing now Northwest 21st Street. We've got the hotel that we did a lot of our construction updates from. We went all the way to the top. I'm going to show you guys a video overlaid right now so you can see that construction progress of the stadium. A lot of the shots were from this hotel. So to get as many people across the street, they are holding traffic. And look at all of the cars waiting over here. It's crazy. All right, we're crossing the canal. It's been about 7 or 8 minutes. See the stadium to our left. They added these fences here because it's really not a great sight looking down into a canal, but you can kind of see through it. This has always been here for decades, by the way. There's plans to construct a proper pedestrian bridge, but as of now, it hasn't been built. So this is kind of like a temporary measure to get folks from the trains and buses to the stadium. So you can see they've got a wooden staircase over here on the left. Again, all added for this purpose. You can see the parking garage over there. We might walk over there just to see what it looks like. Look at the traffic from folks either getting dropped off with rideshare or going to the parking garage. But this is a very close-up view of New Stadium. We're still walking. We started at 6:19. It is 6:30 right now, so we're at 11 minutes. We've still got all the way over there to go. So just like at Northwest 21st Street, inside the Miami Freedom Park perimeter, they do hold off traffic just to let people cross and then let them go. So be mindful of that. If you ever come here to park or rideshare, you're gonna have to wait in heavy traffic because periodically they start letting a bunch of people through and hold off traffic for a few minutes. All right, we are officially just outside of the stadium. This is my first time ever being up close to it. I didn't get to come to opening night. Even though it's not opening night, it's still very busy. We officially made it past checkpoint, scanned our tickets, and we are now entering New Stadium for the very first time. If you can hear me through the energy, That security checkpoint was so seamless. I didn't have to take anything out of my pocket. I understand they hired a company that specializes in AI technology, so you literally don't take anything out. You don't put anything in a bin, nothing. You just walk through at normal walking pace. Got some music playing down there. Got security checkpoint right here. This is the north gate, by the way. And look at the traffic. These are all the cars coming in to park, or I believe rideshare drop-offs as well. Absolutely crazy. Do not recommend driving yourself here. I missed the sign, but it says new stadium right over there. That is also City of Miami's new administration building under construction. And Miami Freedom Park in general is still a work in progress. Like, there's still a couple of years left before everything is done. Just outside the stadium, you can see patches of dirt that they've tried to conceal with the fencing and then the tarps around it. But it's okay because the stadium is functional and they've already had a match here, so we know it works. So this is interesting. We've seen this at the Brightline station. You tap your credit card or debit card to go in, you grab whatever you want from here, and you just exit and it charges your card. I think it's such a cool concept, and again, they have it at the Brightline station. Let me see if I can zoom in on the prices so you guys can see. So Red Bull is $6.75, a 12-ounce can beer, $9.50, a 16-ounce, $15. Give you an idea of the prices here at New Stadium. We're kind of doing a walkthrough of the perimeter of the stadium. We've got the field or the pitch to our right. These are all the sections over here. A lot of concessions, like for example over here, this one says Dippin' Dots. They also have beer and different kinds of beverages, energy drinks. Walk a little bit further over here. We've got restrooms. We've got another section here where you can get beer, cocktails at this one. Let's see the prices. We've got boxed popcorn for $9.50. Specialty cocktail, $35. That is crazy. Oh my goodness. Well, if you want a cocktail, that's how much it'll cost you for a specialty one. And they've got the regular vendors selling beer in these carts. Check out this really long bar. I mean, it starts all the way down there, and they got several bartenders, and it goes as far as I can see. There is no shortage of alcohol over here, or any kind of beverage for that matter. So they've got food trucks and like people are just hanging around having a good time over there. And I asked one of the workers here if I can leave and then come back in, and the answer was no. So if you want to do any of the fan events, make sure you do it before you scan your ticket to come in. We're at the other entrance, by the way. So if you want to do anything outside of security, do it all before you get in, because you will not be allowed to leave and come back. Holy crap, look at what we are missing out on. I don't even know what is going on over there. Look at that. It's like a whole DJ set and party going on. Again, we cannot leave and come back, so unfortunately missed out on that. But look at the line on this side to get into the stadium. Wow. This is the Inter Miami team store. It is the largest team store in all of Major League Soccer. It is 2 stories. So you can access it from downstairs, and you can also access it from this current level we're in. But look at the line just to get inside of the team store. This area, sponsored by Lowe's, has several other food options. For example, gourmet nachos over there. There is a choripan, Argentinian spot over there, and then they've got more beer options as well. So there's supposed to be a gourmet nacho stand that's not open yet, but there are some like construction equipment over here. Again, no shortage of food here, or beer or drinks. Got Brazilian skewers over here, more beer. Straight ahead we have popcorn, empanadas, soft pretzels, more beer. All right, here's our first look inside of New Stadium. 26,700 seats here. I'm not sure if we'll get to that sold out level that we saw on the first night, but this is quite impressive. I just got a Red Bull for $6.75. I wonder, could I have used my $10 off and gotten a free Red Bull? This is the line to park at New Stadium. It's probably a mix of rideshare and parking, but look at the surface lot, completely packed, and then the parking garage. Look, you got people parked all the way at the top level. So that might be sold out completely. I'm not sure where all these cars are going to, but there's a lot of cars parked here. My legs are shaking, but this is my seat right here. Seat 26. Oh my God, it was such a scary climb. Look how high I am. I also got to see, because it is as far back as you can get. Like, there is a wall right behind us. So if you ever want to be cheap, this cost me $90. And there's Messi down there. So yeah, this is the view from all the way up here as far as you can get from the field. Like, there's a wall behind me. Another thing that's interesting is there's no cup holders in these seats. It is just plastic. I don't know how I feel about that. But everything, I mean, the seats are pretty comfortable. I don't know if like it's really full in this row, how cramped I would feel, but I'm pretty spacious right now. I've actually got the stairs right in front of me, which is pretty interesting. I did choose that strategically so I can get up as many times as I like without disturbing anybody else. How do you guys feel about the design of the stadium? Like, look at the overhang here, look at the roof. Kind of like a circus, kind of, I don't know, give me that circus vibe, the way the roof is. Whoa, look at pyro. Pretty cool that you can see the downtown Miami buildings. Like, you've got the Paramount right there. And you got other buildings from downtown that you can see from here. Pretty cool. All right, taking my hat off now for the national anthem. Opening night was Mark Anthony. Today it is someone else. What the hell was that? Oh yeah, they scored. It took a while for the scoreboard to reflect it. That was like the quietest goal because obviously, you know, everyone's going for Inter Miami. All right, just walked down. I'm not gonna finish the match. I'm actually gonna try to catch the train, but I want to show you guys a little bit of what we couldn't see because it was too busy. So we might go to the team store. But this, by the way, if you do come out to one of these matches, they do have some sort of DJ set after the match. So you don't just immediately go home, unless you're trying to catch the last train, of course. But they do have some kind of after party here. No line to get into the team store because everyone's obviously watching the match. Inter Miami team store. We got Messi front and center. Again, this is the largest team store in Major League Soccer. We're on the second level right now. They have a register there. There's also the first floor, which we'll probably go down through here to check it out. Show you guys some of the prices. Freedom to Dream t-shirt is $34.99. Let's see how much one of these jerseys costs. $130 for an official jersey for Inter Miami. We got an entire Funko section. You can see here Messi's Funko. Look at this entire wall of Messi Funko Pops. This is actually so cool. Is he the only player on Inter Miami that has his own Funko Pop? Let's see how much they cost here. I don't see any pricing on here. They also have a Funko Pop maker. You can make your own custom one starting at $50. And I guess they ship it to your house when it's done. And this gives you an idea of what you can customize. You can customize your hat, hair, glasses. You can choose your outfit, accessories. You can have your very own Funko Pop with the Inter Miami jersey on. Here's another section with different kinds. Oh, they have a collab with Loungefly. Look at this little coin purse. See how much it costs. I'm having trouble finding the prices on some of these things. But this is a coin purse by Loungefly. They also have Loungefly backpacks. That's probably like 70 bucks. Let's see. Yeah, these don't really have prices. Check this out. Photo op right here. Loungefly Inter Miami. This is such a cool store, and we're only on the second floor and we're seeing all of these different cool things. They've got like this little track around the second floor surrounding the staircase to go downstairs. Let's see walking. So they got a New Era bucket hat. I want to see how much this costs. An Inter Miami bucket hat. $42.99, so 43 bucks for this bucket hat. Let's go downstairs, see what the first floor has to offer, and I think we can exit through there as well. So this is actually where you would enter before security. You can see security gate right there, and the entrance to the store is over here. They also have some kind of security measures there because you'd be basically coming off of the streets to come in through there. Anyway, here is an overview of the first floor, a lot bigger than the second floor it seems. This is a really nice team store. Another register downstairs, another set of registers. You've got these cups. See how much they cost. Freedom to Dream, $24.99. Got all kinds of designs here. Look at this. This is really nice with the stadium there. It does say Miami Freedom Park, not new stadium. But this is $14.99. Oh man, I do want to buy a hat. They've got an entire new era section, different kinds of hats. You got Inter Miami, Messi specific hats. These are $49.99, for example. See this one, for example. Are they all $49.99? $34.99 for this one. This is $34.99. So this just says Miami-Dade and then Inter Miami in the back for $31.99. They've got one that's 305, which is our area code. It's probably the same price. Oh, $39.99. These prices are kind of weird. Oh, this is cool since we do have the World Cup coming this year to Hard Rock Stadium. They do have some Adidas merchandise for that, $50 for the FIFA Miami specific t-shirt. And I'm seeing more FIFA World Cup stuff. They do have a hat as well. This looks pretty cool. Quality is not really that great. I feel like I can peel the letters off. $40 for the World Cup branded Adidas hat. I think I'm gonna buy this hat and I'll put it on as soon as I buy it. Go find somebody to take my money. So that is a line to pay, and I was able to just pay with one of the random workers there. Great guy, but they do have like a portable POS device that you could just pay with them. So I was able to skip the line. We just left the Inter Miami team store. Absolutely recommend checking it out if you come to one of these matches. It is very, very much worth your time. They have interactive stuff, like if you want to make your own Funko Pop for 50 bucks. But other than that, there's a lot of things to look at, especially with the Adidas collab. They do have sneakers as well. But here's a look at new stadium from the outside. This is an entrance we did not take. We took the other side, the north gate. This is the south gate, where they had all of the food trucks and stuff that we missed out on. But wow, what a stadium. Something I was curious about, like if for whatever reason they didn't let me bring something in and I came in a train, I don't have my car to go leave the items. I was wondering if they had lockers, and the answer is yes. There's a QR code. I'm not sure how much it costs, but they do have lockers you can rent just in case you bring something that's not allowed inside and you came on a train. You don't really want to like throw it away or anything like that. You can just rent one of the lockers. Walking away from New Stadium, we're gonna go explore a bit. We might miss the train back, but that's okay. That just means I'm gonna have to ride the train with every single person leaving at the same time, which I was trying to avoid. But it's very cool to see the infrastructure they've created around. As you can see, there's still like a lot of boulders and rocks. Again, Miami Freedom Park will take some time to complete. Their priority was opening this stadium, which they did April 4th. It is open, but everything else around it is a work in progress. See all the fencing on the left and right of us. All right, let's see. Inter Miami hat, baby. I'm noticing a lot of these like sand patches that they're still working on. And by the way, this is a signage for folks that park in the garage. It is hosted by Metropolis. I've seen that company in other places before, but you're basically, don't forget to pay. It's one of those things you don't pay when you go in. It kind of scans your plate when you go in and you have to register your car and pay for it on an app or on the website. But yeah, I'm assuming they're going to be strict about folks that park here and do not pay. The train leaves in 20 minutes, and I'm hoping I can somehow loop around to the station from here, because we're right in front of the garage, which is not where we took, not the route that we took when we first got here. You can see how quick they put this surface lot. I mean, it looks super incomplete. They've got cars parked on the rocks. Here is the parking garage that they've built for the stadium. It's got several levels. It looks like 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the roof. From my vantage point, it looks like 4 floors. Again, a lot of aspects of this are still in progress. We're cutting through the parking lot where I told you guys that cars are really parked on rocks. Garage behind me, I think it's full. It looks full. I don't know. There was like a bunch of cars on the roof when we first got here. Got my stadium. It's a bit windy right now. Got the stadium over here. So I'm hoping there is a way to get to the train station from here, because that train's coming. Let's take the wooden stairs this time to get back. So my initial thoughts on the stadium. I had a good time. I paid $90 for my seats, and although they were at the very highest, what you would consider the nosebleeds, I still had a great time, great views. With my iPhone, I was able to get great video. So I think for 90 bucks is not bad. And if you happen to get stuck sitting all the way up there like I did against the wall, you are not going to have a bad time. It is still a good time, good view. I don't think there's any bad seats in the house. The only problem is the overhang kind of obstructed the big screen. If you're someone who sits really far, has bad eyesight, and you want to rely on the screen from time to time, it will be obstructed a little bit because of the way the roof is set up. I like how the hotel right next to the stadium is having their own little after party or watch party. They're watching the game that's literally happening right behind the hotel. I think it's so cool. A lot of these Ubers and taxis are waiting, I'm assuming, for the game to let out. But we are here at the Tri-Rail station. The train looks like it's already waiting. It's going to depart on time at 8:52. They do have special trains after the match ends, like 45 minutes after the game ends. But again, that's the one that everyone's going to be on. I am legit alone at the train station. This is so surreal. I've got Tri-Rail on my left and right. $5, guys, $5. If you come to a match on the weekend, it's $5 flat, like literally, like your day pass to ride it as many times as you want, $5. On weekdays, which I don't know how many matches will be on weekdays. I think they're mostly on the weekends. But if there's a match on the weekends, it ranges from $5 to like $17.50. And again, that depends on which zone you're coming from. So if you're coming from all the way north, you're gonna pay $17.50. The closer you get to here, to where you have to go, the cheaper it is, from $5 all the way up to $17.50. So it looks like these two trains are on standby for when the match ends. Super cool that they're already thinking, they're being proactive about it. And then the train, we almost missed it because I thought it was one of these. I was like, why aren't the doors open? But no, there's another train in front of this one that's departing now. All right, getting back on the train. Just got back onto the Tri-Rail. Last train before the match ends, so it's not as crowded as when we first got here. Just made it back to the Golden Glade station. That was such a seamless experience. I highly recommend taking public transit if you're going to a new stadium. Do not drive. Like, bring your patience. Yes, the trains will be crowded. It's only $5, and you don't have to deal with traffic. You don't have to deal with traffic going into the game and out of the game, which I think it's worse after the game because everyone's leaving at the same time. Save yourself the headache and trouble. Unless you absolutely have to drive yourself for whatever special reason, take the train or the bus. It was about a 15-minute tops walk, depending on your pace and depending on when the police let you cross. You might have to wait a bit. But 15 minutes or so just to get from the station to the stadium, which isn't terrible, but there will be a pedestrian bridge built according to the plans at some point. So it should be a little bit of a shorter walk, like direct to the stadium, not doing that whole loop around that hotel. So I can't wait for that to happen, but the infrastructure they have right now works. Anyway, Miami Freedom Park, when it's completed, is going to be so nice. It's gonna have hotels, it's gonna have offices, it's gonna have restaurants, it's gonna have retail, it's gonna have different events and different things for people to see the games, and Miami Freedom Park is going to be the place to be at. It's a $1 billion plus development. The stadium is ready, but everything else around it is still being constructed, so if you do go, you will see heavy machinery, cranes, and different things, construction equipment that they tried to hide behind these like fences with tarps, but don't mind that. It really isn't a big deal. It is a work in progress, a construction zone. The stadium is ready. It looked really nice, and I can't wait for Miami Freedom Park to be done. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe. I will catch you in the next one. Let me know if you've been to the stadium, or if you plan to go, your thoughts especially. I really want to see other people's perspectives from where they sat at, different things they tried at the stadium. Again, we didn't see that fan zone outside because we hurried on in past security, but if you've been to one of those things, how was it? And with that said, I'll catch you in the next video.